Welcome to Rochester Business Connections, powered by Balbert Marketing, LLC, where I get the chance to chat with Rochester, New York's very best business owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders. I am your host, Ben Albert. Don't forget to subscribe, and remember, we don't do advertisements. My fee for this show is simple. If you gain value from the episode, personally share with a friend and explain your favorite part. Let's get started. Good afternoon, Van Smith. Welcome to Rochester Business Connections. How are you?
I am well, Ben. Thank you for having me.
I'm happy to have you here. Ultimately, Van is the founder of Recovery Houses of Rochester. He's helping hundreds, if not thousands, of people in our community find homes when they are in need. But I want to pass it over to you and kind of give us a bird's eye view of exactly what you do at Recovery Houses.
So thank you, Ben, for that question. And the bird's eye view of Recovery House of Rochester is that we are a recovery housing organization that offers housing and peer support services to those that are dealing with drug addiction and alcoholism. We've been in existence since 2002, and we've housed hundreds of single men who are in need of support during their recovery process. What we look to do here is we look to provide an environment for change to take place. So in a nutshell, we provide an environment for individuals, particularly males over the age of 18, to change their lives.
That's huge. It's amazing. And you're doing it here in Rochester. I know New York State's a highly regulated state. Are there certain checks and balances that you need to go through? And tell us a little bit about the experience in this project here with the state.
So recovery housing, as it stands right now, is not a certified state program. We are in the process of creating a certification process around the state for recovery housing to exist, quality recovery housing, to exist in various communities. And so other than meeting local code of different municipalities as it relates to zoning and certificate of occupancy, there are not a lot of hoops that we have to jump through. However, there are challenges at times with the community not wanting it in their backyard.
Is there anything that the community can do to better support what you're doing? Obviously, I have your back, and I support everyone having the ability to get back on their feet and live, the life they dreamed of and the life they were meant to live. You guys are helping them do that. How do, just ordinary people like me in the community support this cause?
So I think there are a number of ways that the community can support the cause. We, as a nonprofit organization, our resources are limited. So we, as I like to say, we look for folks that believe in what we're doing and are willing to invest their time, talent, and treasure to the various needs that we have in terms of running an operation such as recovery housing.
Good stuff. Good stuff. And we usually do this at the end, but we're on the topic. How do people come and contribute their time, their treasure, their talent? Should we go to your website? Should I send you a personal email? How should we be in touch?
So an email is is fine. People can also go to our website, but I prefer a phone call.
Mm.
Folks can just pick up the phone and call me and just find out what the needs are, and let's develop a have a conversation and develop a relationship and see the value that we're bringing to our community. And if they desire to invest in terms of making a monetary donation, then we're certainly happy and willing to accept whatever donations we receive, because again, the work is plentiful, but the resources are few.
What's that best number to call you, Van?
The 585, and I like to give folks my cell number so that they can reach me. 802-8709, or they can reach me via email, van@recoveryhousesofrochester.org.
Perfect. And we usually save that for the end, but we are right on top of it. How does someone get involved? The number one thing: call Van, have a conversation. Any kind of support's going to be great. And something like this, this vision's built on a big why, a big purpose to help people. What started that for you? Did you have struggles earlier in your life? Did you see it firsthand? Why are you so passionate about what you've done here, Van?
So, great question. And folks that know me know that I am a person in long-term sustained recovery. And what that means is that I have not used a mood-altering substance in over 30 years. I've worked at various levels of treatment in terms of the substance abuse world. And as a former manager of a state licensed halfway house, I saw the need for additional housing, and that is why we started Recovery Houses of Rochester back in 2002, because we saw a continuous need for more quality recovery housing in this community.
Great. And it's huge. I love businesses that are for purpose. I love not-for-profits. Rochester, we're going into the winter. This is a time period with COVID, with the weather, that it's very important that people are safe. So completely support what you're doing here. Let's talk a little bit about Rochester, Van. So are you born and raised in Rochester, or did you come down sometime in your journeys?
So my parents moved our family here back in the early 70s, I want to say. And so I actually grew up here in Rochester, but formerly I'm from a place called Lake Hamilton, Florida, which there are lots of folks that have migrated from Florida, from the South, to Rochester. So I came here as a child in the early 70s, and that's how we ended up here.
Something about the snow and cold weather just seems real.
Well, back then it wasn't a choice, but after living here for some years, decades, I should say, I love the city of Rochester. I think that we have a lot to offer, and I think that we have lots of opportunities here as it relates to um, resources. We're very resource rich, I like to say, in this community, but there are still more resources that are needed.
Yep. We can always continue to grow. And yeah, I love Rochester as well. I'm always curious. You obviously are a hardworking man, but let's say you take a couple of days off on the weekend. Is there certain restaurants, certain monuments, anything that you enjoy in or around the city that you might just do for fun?
I actually enjoy riding along the canal. Uh, the Rochester has around this time of year some beautiful sights along the canal. I like to be able to just get on my bike and ride up and down the canal and just kind of enjoy nature.
Yeah, I love it. We're surrounded by beautiful parks, lakes, everything. So,
Hmm.
without a doubt, without a doubt. Talking a little bit more about support, you guys are a not for profit. So, all the support is good support. More is better because resources can be thin. Just in like a thought experiment, if someone were to write you guys a check for $5,000, $10,000, what are some immediate goals for the not-for-profit that that money would be allocated for?
So one of the immediate goals would be to invest in a data collection system software that would allow us to better track the numbers served is one way that those resources could be used. Another way uh, those resources could be used would be to maybe contract with a grant writer that we would not uh, um, ordinarily have access to that could help us with um, developing some additional funding sources, relationships with additional funding sources.
Yeah, and continue to grow those new relationships.
Hmm.
As we know, not everybody can pull out and write a $5,000 check. Is there something
Hmm.
for $100 or less that your business has, like a worthwhile investment you've made, or the kind of investment a volunteer could make that would really help you guys and not take much time or money in that regard?
Sure. So, we're always in need of uh, linens, bed linens, and towels and things of that nature. And one of the things we've had going that I'd like to reestablish is our Sunday supper program. Just being able to come in and do a meal with our residents. Of course, we have to, make sure everything is safe. As it relates to COVID, we're not necessarily having many guests in right now, but just if we were able to reestablish our Sunday supper program, maybe prepare a meal and bring it over or drop it by that the residents could have, things of that nature.
I love the idea, and just the community building of the staff
Hmm.
and the residents of each other. Um, you're a mentor and leader for a lot of these people, I imagine. Uh, you talked a little bit about how you got into the field. Did you have any mentors or role models that, either helped you get sober, helped you get, a strong base below you, and anybody that you look up to that comes to mind that kind of played that role in your life?
So my dad has always been a person of strong mentorship. My mom was in this business prior to me coming into this business. So my mom has always been my rock. She was a woman that believed in me when nobody else believed in me, and so those are my role models. My mom.
It's great to have, good family to take care of you. Not everybody can say that, and it always warms my heart when I know we've got great parents raising good sons that ultimately it's just a trickle down effect. It builds the
Hmm.
community. So
Hmm. Hmm.
shout out to your parents for doing that.
They're no
Um,
longer here with us, but
mm.
they're here in spirit.
They're here in spirit. Well, that's the thing, when you do good things, you might pass on, but your word and your will continues on with your
Mm-hmm.
legacy. So
Mm-hmm.
I think that that's a good thing. I want to lighten the mood a little bit and just get to the rapid fire round.
Okay.
Just some simple, like either or questions so we
Sure.
can get to know you a little bit better as a person.
Okay.
Um, so one of the questions I sometimes ask is beer or wine. What about coffee or tea?
I like coffee. I'm a coffee drinker. Yeah.
Are you a cat person, a dog person, or both?
I'm a dog person.
Okay.
I'm actually a grandpop of a pup.
Oh, okay.
We have a 4-year old. Her name is Bella,
Hmm.
and she is undescribable.
A handful.
Yeah, yes, spoiled rotten.
Hey, that's what Grandpa's supposed to do, right? They're
Right,
supposed to spoil them.
right.
uh, do you have a favorite season of the year?
My favorite season of the year, believe it or not, is summer. I love
Summertime.
summer. Yes.
And
I
so,
love summer because it allows me to get out and me and my wife to get out and visit the parks and visit the festivals. Although this year there was no festivals,
right.
we were still able to get out and walk along the in the Cornhill area there along the canal, take some walks and things of that nature.
Do you have any favorite local festivals here in Rochester?
Yes, actually, I do. I like the Park Ave. We like the Park Ave Fest every year. We like the Cornhill Festival every year, and that's just a couple of the festivals that we like here locally every year to attend.
I love it. Yeah, it's unfortunate that we had to put things on hold for our safety this year, but
Hmm.
Rochester's known for some incredible outdoor festivals, the Cornhill, the Park Ave, and I personally
Hmm.
love Jazz Festival and the
Oh
Lilac.
yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah,
incredible. It's
yeah,
incredible.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Good food, you have
Great
food,
food, yeah.
fellowship, see people you haven't seen in a while, and that's the thing about this year is that we haven't been able to get out and see many folks, and I was just sharing with someone just earlier today. I was out, and it's hard to recognize people behind the mask.
Oh yeah. Yeah, someone gets a haircut, they shave their beard, they put on a mask. It's hard to recognize them. There is something
Right, right.
something missing there in the
Yeah,
social aspect that
yeah.
I'm sure as we continue to navigate, we'll be able to figure things out.
Hmm.
Um, you've had to navigate a lot in business ultimately as a founder, a business owner, and serving the community. Kind of to close out, do you have a single tip or a piece of advice that we haven't touched on that the audience ultimately could take home today and think about? Maybe just a tip or a piece of advice from all the things that you have learned.
Yes. So a piece of advice that I can pass on is when you have a purpose, allow your purpose to become your passion that fuels your progress.
Mm. Purpose become your passion that fuels your progress.
Mm-hmm.
The triple
Mm-hmm.
the triple P.
Yes, the triple P effect. That's exactly right.
Thank you, Van. We touched on
Mhm.
it before. What's the phone number to reach out to you, and what was that email again?
So the best phone number to reach me at is 585-802-8709, And my email is van@recoveryhousesofrochester.org.
There it is, Recovery Houses of Rochester, Van Smith, obviously doing great work in the community. I know you guys all appreciate that. So anything anyone can do to help. And obviously, I'm just happy to have you on here and to continue to spread the message and spread that positive message and spread that hope, because it is kind of tough times right now. But, we need people like you to get through them, right?
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, Ben, for thinking of Recovery Houses of Rochester and giving us the opportunity to just share briefly about who we are, what we do, and where we're located at.
Thanks for listening to Rochester Business Connections. Don't forget to share this, rate, and comment on your favorite platform. You can also email me, ben@balbertmarketing.com. Let's connect soon. Until then, keep thriving, everyone.